What's going on, everybody? My name is LILWOOLEY, and yesterday I released my video of my top 5 worst Super Bowl commercials of 2018. This time around, I'm doing the best commercials of the Super Bowl this year. And once again, I gotta say, this is my opinion. I do take a little bit of input from what I saw online as far as people commenting about the videos, people talking about it on Twitter, maybe some stats from YouTube. But really, this is mostly my opinion on each of the commercials, and I have my own set of reasons, and I will tell you those reasons whenever we get to them. But right now, let's get cracking. So starting off with number 5, we have Amazon. Amazon Alexa has lost her voice. Oh my goodness. What are we gonna do? Well, we're gonna get a bunch of celebrities to replace her for a little bit while she gets her voice back. And there was a few different celebrities there. Personally, my favorite was Gordon Ramsay. Whenever someone asked Alexa to look up a recipe for grilled cheese, which is really, really dumb. All you do, bread, cheese, grill it. I mean, come on, it should be that simple, right? Gordon Ramsay just, totally just reams this guy. It's like, are you fucking kidding me, mate? You're 34 years old and you're asking how to make a grilled cheese. I just loved it. I busted out laughing. I mean, there were some other clever jokes in there. I mean, people, potentially trying to call ex-lovers or girlfriends or boyfriends or whatever, and two people arguing in replace of Alexa. I mean, there were some jokes in there that were pretty funny. A couple of them were hit or miss for me, but for the most part, they were funny, but the hit and miss stuff kind of knocked it down a little bit on my list, which is why it's at the number 5 spot. At number 4, we have a combo here. We have Mountain Dew and Doritos. Doritos advertising their Doritos Blazing Chips, going up against Mountain Dew, who is advertising their Mountain Dew Ice. Full disclaimer, I've tried Mountain Dew Ice. It tastes like a knockoff form of Sprite. I just go with Sprite or 7-Up. But be that as it may, the actual advertisement here was really good. You had basically a battle between Peter Dinklage and Morgan Freeman. Peter Dinklage representing Doritos, Morgan Freeman representing Mountain Dew Ice. This was just, they lip synced a couple of popular songs. I forget the titles off the top of my head right now, but these guys have a little bit of a battle, a singing competition. And it was just really funny. It was, you saw bits and pieces of it on YouTube, some of the teaser trailers to it. So you kind of got an idea what was about to happen. But overall, this commercial was just great. If you guys go on YouTube to check it out, if you didn't see it during the game, highly recommend it. It's good. It's really good. Production value is there. You got little Peter Dinklage going up against normal size Morgan Freeman. I mean, what more do you want? At number 3, and I think this one is just the fact that I didn't know this was coming, is M&ms. Usually in today's day and age, you see a little bit of a commercial either on YouTube or it gets leaked somehow. And, for me, it's always like the Super Bowl ads end up being like pre-rolls to videos, like a day or two before the game. This is kind of why I knew about the Doritos Mountain Dew commercial, or as much as I knew of it, before the game. Obviously, they never showed the whole thing, but, I still knew what was coming. But M&M's had a commercial that I had not seen any sort of teaser trailer for. It wasn't anything I looked for. It wasn't anything that popped up in a pre-roll ad for any video I watched. But the whole synopsis of this commercial is you have the red M&M with the brown M&M, and the red M&M is like, the worst part about being an M&M is everyone wants to eat me. So he goes, they're walking on the sidewalk and they find a penny, a lucky penny, face up, whatever. And the red M&M picks up the penny, says, I wish I was human or whatever. And he turns to the human, and the human happens to be Danny DeVito. One, that's kind of funny because Danny DeVito just, the way he acts sometimes, he is really short. He's bald, and that ends up being a joke at the end of the commercial as well. He's a funny person to play this role. Whenever he's human, he goes around and is like, hey, you want to eat me? Hey, you want to eat me? No, man, get away. And the whole commercial to me was funny. Danny DeVito ends up getting hit by a bus, which was just like one of those like, But yeah, M&M's, you guys took the number 3 spot on my list. You guys really got it because I didn't know it was coming, but you guys had a really good commercial, and you guys deserve the top 3 spot. Alright, at number 2, and these two were really close, I have to say. These two were really close to being back and forth. But at number 2, I have to go with Wendys. Wendys had a savage ad campaign against McDonald's. They basically just really just went against them as far as, like, you know, McDonald's has frozen beef, us at Wendys has fresh beef. It was a really good commercial, and you never see, like, attack ads for these type of commercials, but Wendys over the past year or two has been so savage on Twitter. I think we probably should have seen this coming. You know, they've gone after Burger King on Twitter, they've gone after McDonald's on Twitter, and now on a Super Bowl commercial, they kind of make references to McDonald's burger patties being frozen and being kind of like the iceberg that hit the Titanic. I mean, these guys went after McDonald's hardcore, and it was just, to me, it was just funny. It was a good laugh, and honestly, it was so close to being the number 1 spot, but it just didn't make it, and that's why it's at number 2. So if you guys couldn't figure it out by now, my number 1 spot in this video is Tide. It's a Tide ad. I mean, come on, this whole campaign that they had throughout this entire game with all the commercials they had was just top notch. They did a running gag with all their commercials where they basically did parodies and spoofs of commercials where you think it's going to be a car ad, you think it's going to be a ad for razors, you think it's going to be an ad for, like, Amazon's Echo, or you think it's going to be an ad for Old Spice, and nope, it's a Tide ad. They even had, like, a fake coming back to the game, like, commercial where they were like, this game's brought to you by, oh, it's a Tide ad, you know. It's, I mean, they just did so much with this whole campaign, and what's really funny about this is the fact that, you know, a lot of people are saying, yeah, it's a Tide ad, you know, it's, you know, advertising Tide, but what's really interesting is that there's a hook to this. This hook I'm talking about is the fact that Procter & Gamble, who owns the Tide brand, also owns Old Spice and Mr. Clean, and those two commercials were parodied in this commercial. And, you know, they're so iconic. Old Spice and Mr. Clean commercials and logos are so iconic, and everyone knows what they are. That not only were they able to advertise Tide in these commercials, but they were also able to remind people, hey, Old Spice is a thing, and oh, Mr. Clean's a thing too. Procter & Gamble really got their money's worth, not just advertising one product, but advertising 3, 4, 5 different products that they own in their whole conglomerate of cleaning and all sort and cleanliness products. So kudos to Procter & Gamble for this, but as the number 1 spot, Tide. I mean, hashtag Tide ad. Well, guys, that is going to do it for my top 5 Super Bowl commercials of 2018 list. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please remember that this is not sponsored by Tide. This is not a Tide ad, no matter what anyone will say. But guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure, if you liked the video, to hit like. Go in the comment section down below. Tell me what your guys' favorite Super Bowl commercial was this year. What your favorite Super Bowl commercial of all time. What's your least favorite Super Bowl commercial of all time? Let me know in the comment section down below. And if you guys are new to the channel and want to see more of my stuff, want to see any videos I come out with in the future, go ahead and hit the subscribe button as well. And open up the description. I have several different links down there to my social medias and other things I do on YouTube and all over the internet. So guys, please go and check that out. But guys, I'm going to get out of here. My name is LILWOOLEY. Peace.